Well, there she is. That's my old canoe right there. I bought that baby in about 1974 or so. It was orange at one time. Now for the last couple of decades it's been here at my mom's house at Spring Lake. And most of that time it's lived in this cedar forest on the ground upside down. So it's looking pretty narfed up. So I guess it's time to bring that baby back to life. Well, this is pretty much what happens to everything that's left in the cedar forest here near Spring Lake. Here's one of the challenges right here. The next challenge is right here. So here we go. Quick little assessment. Finally got the canoe home. And it's looking pretty thrashed now. The more I see, the less I like. Here's a new development. It's got these little thwarts through here for some support. And both of those are cracked. This one and this one over here. Hoping that you could just varnish those seats, take them out, clean them, and sand them and varnish them. And that these supports down here aren't ruined. And as it turns out, this gunnels are cracked on this side here as well. Looks like somebody tried to replace a screw in there. No bueno. This one's cracked here, but if I take that off and glue it, clamp it together, maybe I can do something with that. And I'm not really sure yet what's going to go on with those cracks in the carrying yoke, but I'm going to have to do something with those too. It's kind of hard to say, but it's also possible that this guy here goes all the way through. Now, only because I needed just the slightest little bit of good news about this boat rebuild. I chopped into here where these cracks were. I found out that it is in fact going to have a foam core in there. And that's actually good news. Well, that's pretty much what color the canoe used to be. And now, it's pretty much the same color that I am. So, here you go. I got the end caps off and I pried off the gunnels. And that I thought was going to be more of a mission than it was. But after 40-something years, they just didn't care about sticking on there at all. They came off pretty cleanly. So, after pulling the seats out, it looks like these cleats that are glassed into the hull, they might be okay. Maybe another couple of layers of glass, fiberglass on there, and they'll be alright. But I do notice more and more and more stuff like this. That's a hole. That's a hole. There's apparently plenty of those to go around. Well, this end cap up here is actually, maybe I could use it again. I found a place up in BC, Canada, to buy new ones. But if they didn't have it, I'd fiberglass that guy and use it over again. So here are the seats. Real weird looking kind of a glue up on that. I think I could have done a better job. I don't know. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to keep these and sand them down and varnish them again. This forward seat looks like it's in pretty good shape. and I don't know. I could make new ones, but maybe there's something said to be keeping it original. I'll sand this next one down. We'll see what happens. So now, next up on the agenda, I'm going to cover up these holes right here. I'm going to mix up some 2-part epoxy. I'm going to squirt it into these old holes that hold down the seat boards. And the idea then is that I can drill new holes in there, and these won't be catching any water or getting any rot in there. So that's the plan. Got these cleaned up a little bit. These old holes are going to get epoxied over, and then I'll put through bolts through, maybe 3 on each seat, maybe 2, I don't know. And I'm doing this so that the epoxy doesn't come squirting out of the back. So here we go. Got a little 2-part epoxy going into those beautiful little old holes there. Hoping to level that off. Nice and smooth right there. Now it's going to shrink a little bit when it dries. Okay, so decided to give the paddles a little once over. They're really going to need about 10 times over. These are Sawyer woodworking paddles. This is kind of a Voyageur, or a big, maybe beaver tail blade. They still make these down in Rogue River, Oregon. But they're not in too bad a shape. The shafts are really marked up, but I think I can sand those down, and got some fiberglass on the blade, so I'm going to maybe give those a little 220, and then should be good to go. So that's where we are, still sanding. But this is probably a good place to wrap up this whole video here. So the plan is to get the interior of this boat all sanded out and get all these cracks kind of taken care of, and get it all prepped and ready to figure out how to do fiberglass repair. That'll be my next project. Alright, thanks for watching.